Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and today we are doing the 21 questions tag from Miss Allie Glines here on YouTube, as well as having some coffee and doing some makeup at the same time. We are just hanging out, having us a good old conversation about makeup, beauty, and answering the 21 questions within her tag, and it is a super fun tag. I love Allie, by the way. Go check her out. I will have her linked below and in the eye. And yeah, we're going to have us a cup of, well, I've finished my coffee by now, but we are playing with the Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction, doing this pretty little look, just hanging out, having a good time, drinking some king cake flavored coffee. So yeah, if that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know some looks you would like to see with the Bronze Seduction palette and some more tags. And one more thing, if you guys could go head over to my Instagram, it is linked below, and give me a follow. I'm trying to grow that, and it's just been a struggle. I've been stuck at the same number for God knows how long. So if you guys wouldn't mind going over there and hitting follow. Without further ado, let's go ahead and just get into the 21 questions and drink our coffee. I've had enough coffee, can't you tell? I've had enough. Need to stop. You guys get your coffee? I've got mine. We are drinking Mardi Gras King Cake from Community Coffee. It's a more local brand in Louisiana, and basically you're a heretic if you don't drink community coffee and you live in Louisiana. It's so good. And I'm not somebody who likes flavored coffee. That one, yeah, chef's kiss. It is that good. Anyways, today we're going to do a coffee and makeup hangout, get ready with me kind of thing, and we're going to do the 21 questions tag started by Allie Glines here on YouTube, and we'll be doing a look using the Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette. And yeah, let's get started on this video and this makeup look and just hang out, have some coffee together, get to know one another a little better. I have already primed my eyes as per usual with the Sigma eyeshadow base, and I've put a little bit of concealer just under the brow to kind of highlight that region, set everything down with some translucent powder. So let's get started on our makeup. Rounded crease from Sonia Kashuk, because I'm just really into this brush right now. And we go into the, I'll put the shades on the screen of what I'm using, so don't have to keep flipping the palette over. And we're not going to be real focused on the makeup itself. I'm just going to be kind of putting it on. I might narrate a little bit what I'm doing, but let's go ahead and get started on that first question. And that's, what is the oldest makeup product in your collection? That would be the Urban Decay Vice 2 and the Urban Decay Naked 2, because I bought those at the same time, and those are probably the oldest thing that I have currently hanging out in my collection still. And I'm going ahead and start in my transition with a warm brown from the palette. Next question is, most recent makeup purchase: the Vive palette, the Essential Eyeshadow palette, and the Vive Modern Matte Lipstick, I would think. I don't know if they're necessarily my most recent purchase, but they're the most recent things to come in my collection because of the shipping. And that's what's on the forefront of my brain. Otherwise, the most recent thing would be the Lash Sensational Sky High from Maybelline would be my next newest acquisition in the makeup realm. The first makeup product you ever used? Probably a concealer. Yeah, I'd imagine it was a concealer, or no, it was mascara. My mom would let me put on mascara when I was little, and like on picture day, she would put a little bit on me in the morning for pictures, and she would curl my lashes. Yeah, to try to make my eyes look a little more open, because I had little bitty shrimp eyes when I was a kid, and they were very asymmetrical, and so it was something to kind of even them out, maybe make them a little brighter. But yeah, she definitely would put mascara on me when I was little. One makeup trend that you used to love but hate now? It would be the triangle concealer, I think. The really heavy tart-shaped tape concealer trend. Really over that one, and the full coverage matte foundations. Just not my vibe anymore. And next question is, makeup trend that you used to hate but now you love: cream products and light coverage products. I used to not be into anything cream. Nope, not for me. I like powders, but now I have gotten where I enjoy a good cream or liquid highlighter or blush type of product. bronzer, that kind of thing. I used to not be too into that, and now I am. And wear like lighter coverage foundations, a little bit more akin to tinted moisturizers, things that you can still see my skin through, or it's like your skin but better. I've really come to love products like that and having very sheared out coverage. I've also gotten to using less powder. That is also something a little bit newer for me because I used to really like my powders. I swear every time I pick this palette up, I'm just so happy. And question number 6 was your favorite step in your makeup routine? Eyeshadow. Hands down, I love doing eyeshadow. I'm also taking a deeper brown from the palette and building up some depth. I am definitely way more into doing eyeshadow than anything, but I've come to really enjoy doing my face makeup as well. I really like to do eyeshadow. I could sit here for hours just blending and listening to YouTube or music or talking to you guys and just be a happy little camper over here. I mean, seriously, I could sit here for hours and blend. I really could. And add color and just keep going and going. It's sometimes like I don't always feel like doing makeup, but once I sit down to do it, I'm like, oh yeah, I needed this. What's a makeup product you can't live without? Mascara. Because technically I could probably stick a little bit in my eyebrows and make them stand out. I could kind of get a lot maybe of a mascara. I could turn into liner if I needed to. So yeah, I would think mascara would be my can't live without product. Otherwise, I would definitely say a brow pencil. So I don't know, that's tough. Would I rather my brow pencil? No, because I can just let my brows go. See, I can multi-purpose the mascara as a liner and mascara. So yeah, a brown mascara would be my one product that I couldn't live without and have to have on hand if I had no other options. Okay, what sparked your love of makeup? And I'm taking the deepest shade in this palette, which is Aubergine. I think I could give you the answer that I think everyone has given for this one, which would be watching, your mother getting ready in the morning, or, watching your mom put makeup on. And that is definitely part of my love of makeup, because I would sit there on the floor or on the counter next to her or on the little vanity stool and watch her put on makeup. That definitely kind of sparked it, of course. And she would give me, old makeup that she was about to throw away. It was almost empty or something. She let me play with it, and she gave me this really old, Merle Norman palette from God knows how long ago. I can't even find a picture of this thing online. That's how old it is. It had all these colors in it, and it was so pretty. It looked a lot like a Vice palette almost. I remember it had a turquoise in it, and purple, and an icy white shade, and they were just so buttery and really nice formula. And I remember that palette and playing with it so much and doing little looks on my little kid self. And yeah, I was probably about 3 or 4. I was probably 4 at that point, 4 or 5 actually. But I remember being 2 and 3, sitting there watching her put her makeup on and asking her, put some on me, that kind of thing. So whatever was left on the brush, sometimes she would put it on me, just a little bit of blush or powder or something, because I always wanted a little bit of everything too. And she'd let me put a little bit of lipstick on. Otherwise, another thing that would have sparked my love of makeup was trying to make my eyes look symmetrical. When I was a kid, junior high age, I was made fun of a lot for my eyes when I was a kid, a lot. How that is. I got really obsessed with doing eyeshadow and trying to disguise the asymmetry and using eyeshadow to kind of cheat the symmetry, which I still do today. That's how I do my eyeshadow. It, in turn, trying to find that little way of getting around or trying to correct that asymmetry in my face, because it was something I was very self-conscious about and something that I was really made fun of a lot for. It ended up sparking a joy in makeup, because I found makeup to be very meditative and I enjoyed it, and it became something more than just about trying to hide something, it became more than just an armor that I would wear, because it kind of was. It was my armor. I found a creativity in it and got where I was just having fun putting on the eyeshadow, but it definitely did come from a place of insecurity, and I don't like to say that, because I love makeup so much and I don't want it to have the love come from something so negative or such a depressing or insecure thing, but because it has become such a positive part of my life. But that's really how my real makeup journey began, was, I would say, just trying to hide in the makeup. And I wore it as an armor. And I started wearing makeup at a pretty early age because of that. And I don't think my mom didn't really fault me for it or didn't try to like not let me wear it, because she understood, how I was feeling. Yeah, that's really that little beginning stage of it. And then I got where I was just really, at the same time, and loved learning makeup techniques and wanting to put it on my face and play in it and just have a good time. Like, I found it very enjoyable. It's kind of strange that something so shitty and like negative spurred something so good. Well, no, I guess it's kind of bittersweet, or I don't know how to describe it, but it came from a dark place. It's turned into something that brought me more joy than most things have, and love, and I still just love it, and I could care less if my eyes look symmetrical these days. Like, that's like the least thing. I don't even think about that anymore, of how I look, or like, having the paralysis in the one eye. That doesn't even faze me these days. Like, I don't notice it anymore. And for a very long time, like up into my 20s, it was all I thought about. I was very nervous when people looked at me. I didn't like when people made eye contact with me. And I would not make eye contact with people because I didn't want them looking at my eyes. I would constantly look away, which has become like a really bad habit of not making eye contact. And I'm slowly, it's improved. But it really came from that, from not wanting people to see the asymmetry and the deformity of my eyes. And he did a number on me, really. I don't know, once I kind of started doing my blog and really, really getting into makeup in my mid to later 20s, when I was like just, started like joining the beauty community, and I don't know, something changed in me, and I discovered I just didn't care. I think that's part of just growing up, though. You get where you just don't care as much what people think about you. You just don't. And I got where I just really accepted myself and don't want to change myself. Like, I was at the point, years ago where I was going to have cosmetic surgery, and I didn't do it, though, because it was a big surgery and it was going to be a lot to it, and it was way more involved than just the eye lift, and so I just didn't want to go through it. Within that, I just found a love of myself and just didn't care. And realized that my little ginky eye doesn't impact my life the way that I thought it did. It's not what people see when they look at me. And it took people telling me that. Like, when I was bringing up having cosmetic surgery, like, a few of my friends were like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "You don't see this?" And they're like, "Not really, no." Okay. And then, weirdly enough, was seeing myself on camera, speaking and talking and moving in person when I started YouTube, that I really realized how minimal it was compared to what I was seeing in my head. In my head, I was seeing just huge deformity. And, I don't want to get emotional. Ew. But yeah, I mean, all that to say is that my kind of obsession with makeup started with trying to correct that and trying to look normal. From there, it just really did become a love. And one of the things that I love the most about doing what I do now on YouTube and in my, on my blog or whatever, and in person, is encouraging and inspiring people to not let things like that hold them back from doing makeup looks they want to do. I don't care what age you are, what race you are, anything. I want people to embrace who they are on the outside and inside and love themselves. And that's kind of where that's taken me, is there's nothing wrong with anything, there's nothing wrong with having asymmetrical eyes or hoodedness from age or anything like that. These things don't matter in the grand scheme of life. They just don't. I just want to always encourage people to not hate themselves for something not being not hate themselves for something not being like it looks on a model or something like that, because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I really want people to feel beautiful. and to feel happy and feel good about themselves. Makeup is such a simple kind of way to do that because it's so cosmetic and so kind of vapid, but it it is so impactful at the same time as far as how you feel about yourself. And feeling good on the outside can make you feel good on the inside. I just want everyone to feel pretty, and that you don't have to follow these certain rules or anything like that to look pretty and feel pretty, because that's what's most important, is if you feel pretty, not what society thinks is pretty. Okay, well, that went on way too long. Let me get off my soapbox here and get to the next question. Next question is worst makeup look you've ever done. I will put that on the screen because my Instagram would not load far enough back for me to find it, but I know I know there's some bad ones on there. One that does pop in my head is when I did the full face of highlighter challenge way back in the day. Yeah, that one was pretty bad. I definitely think there's some bad looks, and I will probably can put more than one on the screen and show you. I have every single, since I started within this beauty community thing, still on my Instagram. I don't remove looks because I don't like them. I think it's important to leave those so you can see the growth and progress you make in makeup. I love to leave that just because the look was kind of shitty, at the time, or, something wasn't perfect, skin may have been cakey or whatever. I think it's important to have that next to where you can see the improvements. And it's really cool because I think it's encouraging for people to see that kind of stuff. Okay. Favorite makeup look I've ever done? That's going to be a really hard one. Let me dig through my Instagram and I will also put that on the screen because that really is a tough one. Because I like a lot of my makeup looks. I'll be honest with you. And yeah, I'm going to have to dig through my IG for that one. Your favorite drugstore makeup product currently, in this very moment, and I'm also taking this red shade. Favorite drugstore makeup product currently would be the Lash Sensational from Maybelline. That is pretty damn good. That's really new in my repertoire. So I'd say Lash Princess from Essence. I like mascaras. I'm going to take this with my finger and just really pack it on there. Get some impact. Oh yeah. I love this shade. I love like these shimmery red tones. Next question is favorite splurge makeup product. That would either be between the Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction or the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I would think, I would say the Hollywood Flawless Filter because I really do love that product. It is so beautiful. Just, it does something magical to your skin. So I think that would be my favorite splurge product because it is a little pricey. Considering it's just, like basically a shimmer or a liquid highlight, but there's something about it that is just magic. It works as a primer kind of thing. It's very glowy, but it's skin-like. It just lit from within. So yeah, good old Charlotte coming through. Your most repurchased product, I'm going back in with that brown shade. e.l.f. brow pencil. This one, the little $3 one. That's my most repurchased in the deepest shade. It's like $2 or $3. I tear through those. I buy them just about every time I go to the store, just so I don't ever run out because I use it every single day. Earliest makeup memory. Watching my mom do her makeup. I'm pretty sure that's everybody's answer as well, just about. But yeah, that is an early makeup memory. Here's the one. My mom putting makeup on me when I was a clown for Halloween when I was 2. I believe I was 2. If I can find a picture of that, I'll put it on the screen. My grandmother had made a clown costume for me. She used to sew and, do all that kind of stuff like grandmas do. They grew up during the Great Depression. They made everything. She sewed me a clown costume. I think she may have been the same pattern she used for my brother, who's 13 years older than me, when he was little. It may have been his same costume. I don't know. My mom, for some reason, had decorated my room with clowns when I was a kid. I don't know what the clown trend was, but apparently that might have been a thing in the late 80s. Anybody else have clown nurseries when they were a kid? I vividly remember those fucking clowns everywhere, man. I had my nursery was gray and yellow. That's funny. I was just talking about gray and yellow combination. That's why I like it. And with clowns, because she didn't know if I was going to be a boy or girl, so she went gender neutral with it. And yeah, I vividly remember standing in her vanity area, the bathroom, the lavatory, as we called it, and her putting like clown makeup on me with her makeup. Like I remember her putting like blush and some red lipstick on me, and I still remember that. That's so crazy. Those little things that you remember. Like it's not like a clear memory, but I remember standing there and her doing that. And that being like the first time she ever put makeup on me and just be like, what's happening? But she was taking me trick-or-treating. I'm pretty sure I have a picture of that somewhere, so I will definitely have to put that on the screen because it was a cute costume. It was adorable, and I was a cute little kid with my little ginky eyes. Next question is, what is your favorite place to shop for makeup? Don't get mad at me, Donna, because I know Ulta has better promos and a better loyalty program, but I'm partial to Sephora. I think it's because we had Sephora first, and that was the first place I experienced high-end makeup. So I think I have just this weird little bit of a loyalty to Sephora over that. But I do enjoy Ulta. So yeah, I gotta say Sephora though. Even though their loyalty program is awful, it's garbage, we know that. I just enjoy shopping at Sephora. I like the app better. I like Sephora's app better too. Alright, next question is, most underrated makeup product you own? Magic Perfecting Base from L'Oreal. I don't hear anybody talk about that primer, and it's a damn good primer. Most overrated makeup product I own. Give me a minute. I gotta think on that one. And while I think about it, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of the NYX glitter glue, and I'm gonna put that on the inner corner. NARS Orgasm blush. That one. That's the most overrated product I think that I own. Definitely NARS Orgasm. That is so overrated. I mean, it's a pretty blush, but there's prettier ones on the market. I don't like how pink it pulls on me. I just don't think it's that special. It's nice, it's just not that special. What discontinued makeup product that you wish would come back? I have an answer for that one. It is the Tarte Cosmetics and Graveyard Girl palette. I've got FOMO on that one because I didn't buy it myself. My sister has it, I just didn't purchase it. Okay, I'm taking the shade Rose Gold now on my little flat brush. Yeah, that's one I have like serious FOMO over, and I wish it would come back so I could buy it. I thought the shades that Bunny chose for that palette were beautiful. And I don't know if I've mentioned how much I love Bunny, like Graveyard Girl. She was probably one of my biggest like influences to start YouTube maybe. Just her vibe and being herself, and just, she's very, kind of empowered me to do YouTube kind of thing. She's out here doing what she loves, and she's having fun and just being happy on YouTube, making videos she enjoys. I'm gonna do that too. I love her honesty and her openness about herself and all her weird little loves, because we love the same things, except for the creepy old dolls. I'm not a doll person. I don't like dolls. I hate old dolls. In fact, they creep me out. But I just adore Bunny so much. I've watched her since the beginning. Good 10 years now, roundabout. But yeah, I regret not getting her palette. It was just so perfect. It really was. It's all the colors I loved. Damn it, you dumb bitch. You should have bought that. Oh, this rose gold shade is freaking gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Over the NYX glitter primer? You gotta be kidding me. I'm just gonna let that kind of pat that into our red shade. Oh, I'm living. That's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, and number 19. Where do you go for makeup inspiration? In my own head. Music. I don't have a specific place I go. I don't really look at Instagram for inspiration a whole lot, because I kind of just do my own thing. Every now and then there'll be a look or something that I'm like, oh, I kind of want to, incorporate parts of it, but I don't really get necessarily that inspired by just pictures of makeup. The products themselves inspire me. Looking at a palette, I get inspired. That and listening to music, but that one just kind of comes out of nowhere. It's not really something I'm looking for. Yeah, if I'm looking for inspiration, I look at a palette and just kind of let my brain wander and just kind of let it flow and think about what colors might go together. It's not necessarily a conscious thing I'm doing. It's kind of weird. I'm never short for makeup look inspiration. Pretty much always know a look I want to do. It may not be a exciting look, but it's a look I want to do. I'm going to tie that up a little bit, maybe blend a little bit more aubergine in, and I'll be right back to finish up the eyes and the lips, and we will finish this tag up. I'm just going to throw my face on. We'll be right back. Alright, I just finished up the face, and touched up my brows off camera because that's boring. So I also put on some little half lashes here. And let's do some mascara and go to our last few questions. What would you like to see less of in makeup's future? I would like to see less waste, maybe, with packaging would be nice. A little bit more sustainable on that end. I'd like to see less like gimmicky products. Less pumping out products constantly. I want to see more time and love put into a collection and them not just be churning out left and right. I really would like to see that slow down a lot. I'd like to see less half-assed launches, incomplete shade ranges for sure, with this promise of, oh, we'll expand later or something like that. My lashes are shit today. I got like lash glue in them or something. They just ain't looking right with these little half lashes. The little fake lashes I put on are kind of wonky looking, I guess. I like to see brands not churn out products without innovating on the product first. Like, say for example, cream blushes. Every brand has put out a cream blush lately. And how dramatically different can all these formulas be, right? I think brands should put out products that they feel like are the best of the best. Don't flood the market with all the same product from different brands. And put out stuff they're truly proud of, that they worked on and have done something really cool with, you know? Not just, oh, look, these brands put out cream blushes. This brand made a cream blush and it's really popular. We better do that too. I want to see less of that. I want to see true like innovation and cool looking products. And not just, oh, every brand's got to have this because this one brand did it and it took off. Like, not everybody's buying that same product from every single brand. I don't see how that's really lucrative. Unless, it just comes down to brand loyalty, I guess. I don't work in marketing. What do I know? And the last question, number 21, is what do you hope to see more of in makeup's future? We'll do this, talk about this one while we put on our lipstick. For lips, I think I'm going to go with 1995. Is that correct? Yeah, 1995 from Pat McGrath, just to kind of complete the vibe here. But I'm going to pair it with a deeper lip liner. Just going to take this little e.l.f. lip liner here. And what I want to see more of in makeup's future, I want to see innovation. I want to see really cool, unique products on the market. I want to see well thought out products that are truly offering something, bringing something to the table, offering something new, and not just the same old thing over and over. I want to see every brand offer beautiful shade ranges with their products. I really like skincare infused products. I think that's a really nice added bonus. So I'd like to see more brands incorporate skincare into a lot of their complexion products. And I'd like to see more unique shades on the market. As far as blushes and eyeshadows, I want to see something cool and different. Things that I can get excited about. And specifically with the drugstore, I want to see brands continue to put out their high quality products that they have put out for years without raising their price points constantly. I'm talking to you, NYX. e.l.f. prices have gone up quite a bit. NYX is just like skyrocketed. Milani, a little up there too. But I'd like to see brands keep the price point of having that quality that they've always had without constantly inflating their prices. Like stuff being just like $10 and under, $15 and under. That's fine. I'm tired of seeing stuff at the drugstore being upwards of, close to $20 and more. You're not drugstore at that point. I want to see them reel that in because that's too much. Pushing it. I might as well go to Sephora and buy high-end products at that price point. Okay, I'm taking $19.95 now. I'd also like to see brands work with more smaller influencers and not with the same people over and over. I'd like to see some variety with that. See some new faces, which I think brands have kind of done. I think they've kind of backed off from just influencer marketing a little bit. It seems like I don't see as many just faces on products. Like it was like just like Benefit did that, like where it just had like Maddie and Ray, Laura Lee, and this person just slapped onto a pre-existing product. Like I'm glad it's kind of moving away from that. I like to see more of that because I don't care. I don't care that you're putting out this like special edition packaging with somebody's face slapped on it or their name. And what was it? Too Faced did that though recently. They put out the mascaras with a bunch of different people in like limited edition packaging. Who cares? Who cares? And I'm not saying I don't like influencers. Obviously, I love them. I do this too. I watch all these people, but I feel like this is just kind of wasteful. You're throwing money at that and creating more product waste instead of using that money to work with a more diverse range of influencers if you wanted to do that, or to innovate your own products and come up with something new and cool. And I just wish brands would take a little more time when they come up with products and stop just churning them out. But okay, and a little bit of Maybelline lip gloss on, judging my hair, and we'll be right back. All right, and we are done with our look, and we have finished our cup of coffee and our 21 questions. This is a fun little tag. Thank you, Allie Glines, for making this. I love it. And if you haven't watched Allie Glines' channel, I highly recommend it. She's definitely does very different makeup style than me. She's one of those people that I watch that is pretty different from myself as far as like makeup preferences and stuff. But I like listening to her and I like hearing her perspective on beauty. And she has the most amazing eyelashes I've ever seen, my God. But she has just a lovely voice and she just seems so kind and sweet and just like a good person. So I'd highly recommend checking Allie out. I'll link her down below and in the eye, her 21 questions. Also, I'm going to link my friend Donna's 21 questions in the eye and down below. So please check her out too. And I also would like to see all you guys do your 21 questions tags if you do YouTube. If you don't, I'm going to have the questions listed below in the description. If you want to answer in the comments your answer, I would love that too, and we can compare and contrast and have a conversation about it. Otherwise, go ahead and make a video. Let me see your answers. And yeah, that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed hanging out, had a nice cup of coffee, tea, snack, Coke, whatever it is you drink. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. You stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.